Okay, I believe we are live. Hi, everybody. Thank you for those watching live, and thank you for anybody who's watching later on the stream. We are excited to be joined by Lauren of BUZZD Nutrition today. Hi, Lauren.
Hey guys, so happy to be here.
This is great. So just as a quick refresher in terms of who we are and what we do over on the Givz side of the house, we see two huge trends happening in e-commerce right now. The first is that brands are trying to stay away from discounts as much as possible. They recognize it brings in the lowest lifetime value customers. And totally separately, consumers are demanding some sort of purpose-driven activity now more than ever. And so Givz sits at the nexus of those two trends, allowing your brand to run donation-based incentives that allow you to run something like, hey, spend $100, get $20 to give to the charity of your choice. So people actually pay full price, but now you bring them into your giving mission and they get to allocate $20 or some meaningful amount of money to the charity that they care about most. You learn about what they care about most, you bring them into that mission, and you create a customer for life, ultimately increasing customer lifetime value, but also getting people to spend over that $100 and increasing your AOV in the short term. So that's what we're all about on the Give side of things, making giving a profitable part of your business so that you can continue giving and make sure that you have a true impact. So I'm Andrew Forman, CEO on the Give side of things. We have Nicole, who heads up business development, partnerships, and customer success for us on the Givz side of the house. You know us pretty well, but Lauren, let's learn about you. So tell us everything. How did BUZZD come to be, and then also how did you and Nicole meet? Because that's also
Yeah, no, for sure. Nicole, I'm going to need your help on how we met because I know we've been connected on LinkedIn, but I don't know if that's the first point of connection or not. So I'll get you to jump in on that point in a second because I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so a little bit about us. So yeah, I'm Lauren. I'm the co-founder of BUZZD. I run the business with my partner Alex, who's both my business partner and my life partner. So it's a lot of fun in our household. So what we do, I've got a little butt bag here. What we do is we make superfood coffee creamers. So our coffee creamers are dairy-free, all natural, organic, non-GMO. And what we're trying to do is make superfoods as easy and as delicious as possible for the health-conscious consumer to have it as part of their daily routine. What we found is people want these superfoods, they want to take supplements, but it's hard to take it consistently. And a lot of products out there either inconvenient in the form like pills or they taste terrible, and so you're only like masking it in a smoothie. But we wanted to find a way to integrate it into your daily routine, and for us the best way to do that is through coffee. So yeah, so that's a little bit about us. Happy to dive into any areas in particular, but that's like the quick Coles notes.
Cool. So I would say we've been swimming in the same circles, I think, is really what it comes down to in the LinkedIn sphere. And I think I've followed your journey for a while. I don't remember how I came across you, but I, as just a woman founder and having a health conscious product, big fan of. And I am always keeping my eyes out for wonderful products to try. I am like a black coffee drinker. I drink good black coffee, but sometimes I like to have like a little treat in it, but I do not do creamer. For health reasons, right? But I did buy BUZZD, so I have it here. And also like the sweetest note, guys, by the way. So thank you so much. But this allows me to have some flavor. And also I use like what is that thing?
The frother.
The frother, yeah. I was about to make a sound and that would have been really
yeah.
But I use the frother, and it's honestly it's really cool. I really enjoy it, and I appreciate that you've come to market with something like this. And so I think just following your journey and what you've kind of shared as a founder going through building a business, we know is like building this business with Givz. It's hard, man. Like it's hard work, but it's every day is building a brick and every day is exciting at the same time too, right? And actually that kind of leads me to a question for you as far as we've had a whirlwind, past year or two, and, what are some of the challenges that you've seen, and also more importantly, like what are you most excited for in 2022 for BUZZD?
Yeah, for better or for worse, we started this company during the pandemic.
I thought,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so I guess it's tough, but at the same time, we've never known anything different. So it's been very easy for us because as we set up our not easy, but probably easier than other companies that have had to like pivot and adapt very quickly. We're just growing in this new world. So we get to sort of set up our operations, set things up in the current landscape. So I think for better or for worse, it may have worked out for us. But there has been challenges, like costs have gone through the roof. Like just shipping and lead times is a little bit more unreliable. So it's a little tricky. But so much to look forward to, like as we start coming out of the pandemic, like what I'm most excited about is actually connecting with the customers. Like we started doing some like free sampling in F45 gyms. If you guys are familiar with F45,
I am. I have visited one. They're really fun.
it's
Like
a good workout.
yeah.
It's a ton of fun. So we've been like doing some sampling there. We're going to like some really great trade shows across Canada. So really excited just to like actually connect with people, meet people face to face, have people try our product, get that direct feedback. Really excited about that. We also have like a really great pipeline towards innovation. So we have some new blends that are coming out. I won't share them because I've done this in the past where I've shared things too prematurely and it bites me in the butt. So my goal is trying to keep my like just keep little secrets because I tend to be too much of an open book. So I'm learning that the hard way. So I'll just say we've got some exciting blends coming out. So definitely excited about that. And we just got into Whole Foods and we just are signing with a distributor. So
Yay.
tons of great things, like full blown. It'll be great.
Congrats. That is so exciting and so fitting.
So cool.
That is wonderful. So being that this is a wellness brand, always like to hear, you know, how do you prioritize your health and how did that shape, I guess, forming this product when it comes to, because obviously like you use the product, right? So would love to hear more about how this folds into your health, you're taking care of yourself, all those things.
Yeah, I'll start off by like how the product came to be, and then I'll kind of expand into like how Alex and I really try and keep prioritizing health and wellness as we get into building this crazy business because it can be hard to prioritize. But the way that this product started is actually because of F45. And I was going to F45 like twice a day, every day for months on end. And it's great, but my body was just like destroyed.
Angry.
So I was really working on one side of things, which was like building muscle and building strength. And that was great, but I wasn't focusing on the recovery side of things and the nutritional side of things. And so that's when I really realized there's so many great natural supplements and natural superfoods that we can take to help our bodies recover, help support our bodies. And that's when I realized, like, I don't like turmeric. I don't like taking it. I'm not going to take a pill. Tastes terrible. Like, but I know it's so freaking good for me and it's going to help me with all these ailments I'm facing. So that's why we created this product, was to get these superfoods in a natural way. So that's kind of like our health journey into creating the product.
Cool.
But then I love the question around like, how do we continue to prioritize it? Because I think it's so important. And it's something Alex and I constantly have to like check ourselves against, like making sure we're not burning out, making sure that we are making time to go to our workouts, go to yoga, go for walks, because if we're not taking care of ourselves first, the business is going to fail. So we have to constantly prioritize that. So one of the biggest things is we have a third co-founder, which is our dog Winston, and we have him as like the top of the freaking pyramid because he's the number one person in our business, and he's the one that forces us to like get out for walks every day. You know, we remember that it's not just about like going for a quick walk just to do it and go home. It's like, let's go to a trail. Let's like all go out and disconnect for a little bit and reconnect with ourselves as a family and reconnect with the outdoors. So I think like that's been really great, having Winston kind of force us into that. And yeah, like just other things, like, you know, we really prioritize sleep, because that's something that as founders, I'm sure you guys can relate, being in the startup world, like sleep is so easy to push to the side. Like, no, I need more hours in the day, more hours in the day. It's like, you're just going to ruin tomorrow's productivity. Like, get to bed, get a good night's sleep, wake up feeling ready to kick ass. And those little things have been things that we've continued to prioritize as things get busier and as we start building this business.
Yeah, wow, makes a ton of sense. And as a founder who stayed up till 1 a.m. last night, pushing sleep aside, I should not do that. And I actually have been better about trying to make sure that you get the amount of sleep that you need. And it's different for everybody, but there's definitely a baseline that you need to hit. Otherwise, you really are just setting yourself up for failure going forward. Speaking of that type of deal, so bringing this back down to the business side of things, have you guys thought about any sort of like, or what have you tried that's actually succeeded in increasing average order value and or conversion? Is there any little hacks that you guys have tried that has worked particularly well for you?
I mean, we're still new, so like it'll be easier to tell like in the future once we've tried a bunch of different things. But a few things, like in terms of increasing order size, that frother that Nicole mentioned has been great. So what we did is, rather than have like one blend and one frother on the website, we combine them into a starter kit so that like anyone who's coming to us for the first time and they don't know like, the best way to start or like how to use a product, like it literally says starter kit and you're like, I'm a starter, let me start there. So that's been really great at like increasing average order. We're trying to push the subscribe and save model as much as possible. And I think we need to find a better way of marketing that, because we do have repeat customers every month, or we have customers that buy 4 bags at a time and come back every 2 months. Like, there is that consistency with our product. So finding a way to really incentivize the subscribe and save option, I think would be great, not just for us, but for the customers who are constantly reordering. So that's something that I'd like to tackle. I see as a good opportunity. And then in terms of conversion, I mean, email's been great for us. We try and not be too salesy in our emails. We try and add a lot of value. So like, hey, here's why turmeric's good for you. Here's why you should add MCT into your coffee. Like, here's a great recipe to try. Like, we try and really be value add versus just like sales, because the way we think about things is, I'm not just trying to like get a quick sale. Like, that's the last thing from my mind. Like, for me, I just want to like help our customers and make them like real promoters of our business for real, genuine reasons. So rather than focusing on like more people, I'm just like, how can I add as much value to my existing customers as possible? And then, I think that'll increase a lot of the word of mouth scaling. And then we can also think about running ads and et cetera on the side. But if we haven't figured out that core customer value proposition first, there's no point in bringing more people into the funnel if it's just going to be a quick sale and then never see you again. So I'm more focused on like creating value for existing customers. And then once we bring people in, I think then creating that stickiness, right? So those are just some things that I'd say are front of mind for us.
That's awesome. And that brings to mind a bunch of partners that we've had on this show before. I'm thinking Alex from Repeat, Nicole.
That would be actually number one. Okay, as a customer, all right, so I'm a big fan of I1 snacks. And so I order regularly, but I'm not like a subscriber, right? Because it depends on what's going on when I want to reorder. But I do get a message. They are partnered with Repeat. And I do get an SMS text message that's like, hey, how's it going? If you want to reorder or pause it. But what I found out is that when I go to this SMS message and I reorder, then I actually get 15% off, which would be even cooler if I also was able to give back too. But I would say I get 15% off and then I can order. So it's like I'm subscribing, but I'm doing it on my terms, and I'm getting like these friendly, gentle reminders that, hey, because I actually do want to stay stocked. I like having it on hand, but I don't necessarily need a subscription. So I would say I can make an intro to Alex over at Repeat, but I, as a customer, really enjoyed it. It hasn't been intrusive. So I think that's a nice alternative to just pushing a subscribe, which is a pretty big commitment for our customer too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome. I'd love an intro. It sounds perfect.
Yeah, we'll definitely make that intro. And then I don't know who you're using on the subscription side of things. We've partnered with Smarter and a couple of the other subscription folks. So depending on who you're using there, happy to make intros there. And then overall, just everything you said about, wanting to connect with your customer, get more out of your current customers right now, because they're your brand evangelists that are going to talk about this and go forward. There's definitely something to be done with Givz as well, obviously, in terms of what we're all talking about here. So I'm excited about that, and we'll follow up with folks, maybe in the next LinkedIn Live a couple months from now, where we say, what was the thing that increased average order value? Oh, well, we implemented Givz, and that is what sent our average order value through the roof. But that'll be for another time. We're running up on time now. Where can we find BUZZD? It looks like we have the scroller down, buzznutrition.com. Where else should we be looking to find you all? Congrats on getting into Whole Foods. Tell us everything.
Thanks. Yeah, our retail footprint is not huge right now, so definitely through our website is best. But I run all of our social media, so like anyone who follows us or sends a DM, like I'm the one responding and I'm the one connecting with everyone. So if anyone wants to connect with me, like through Instagram or LinkedIn is. But we run a lot of fun stuff through our Instagram account. So definitely anyone watching, come check that out, because there's a lot of good value add there.
And the Instagram handle is
at Buzz Nutrition. Thanks. Yeah. BUZZDNUTRITION. Buzz Nutrition.
Beautiful. Amazing. Well, please follow Lauren at Buzz Nutrition, as well as, DM her if you need to chat on anything. As for Nicole and I, we are always available. Our Twitter handles are up here, and you can reach us anytime on LinkedIn as well. So just shoot us a DM, and we'll chat soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, guys. Bye.